Audio is on. Yes. Maybe. Yes, audio is on. Right. All right. Get out of there. We'll get in here. And let's, where are we flying today? Make your way southwest down the shoreline. So we're here now, right? Southwest, so that's going to be this. Across the bay to the island located at its center. I don't even understand that. Okay, so that's this right here. To the other side of the bay, when the shoreline ends, head northwest into the bay. So that's going to be up here. All right. On the south bank of the river is an airstrip you can land at. Where exactly? Is this it right here? Oh, wow. Okay. I ain't scared, so we'll turn that off. We'll turn that off. We'll hop in here, and let's get her going. All right. So first thing we need is battery. Alternator on. Magneto's on. Fuel pump on. There's fuel in. There we go. Avionics. Strobe lights. Nav lights. Let this warm up a little bit. And we'll be on our way. Flaps like so. All right, we're good there. And have we, yeah, we haven't put any fuel in. Okay, let's select our right tank because we're pretty heavy on the left side. Whoa, pretty heavy on the, there we go. We're heavy on the left. Okay. So we're in the green for temps. Just about. There we go. Temps are green. Let's do it. Brakes off. Brakes off. So we're good there. We're good there. All right. Here we go. All right, so we're going to go southwest across the bay, they said. And they want us on what? 251? There's 251. Okay. So let's bring this back up. And it's, of course, we got to scroll up to it. Southwest down this way. Fly across the bay to the small island. You got it. Slow that down a little bit. Man, I could not be more impressed with what HP did to get me back going. I thought it would be, at first I thought it was going to be like weeks before everything was sorted out. And then it looked like maybe it would be just a week or so, 10 days maybe. And they got me going this happened Sunday. We got all the warranty stuff sorted out on Wednesday. They sent the box. I got the box Thursday morning, put the PC in it, sent it out next day. Texas got it Friday morning. They did the repair Friday afternoon, put it back in FedEx Friday evening, and I got it Saturday morning at 11 a.m. So less than a week end to end. And then on top of that, with the holiday and everything, because tomorrow is Labor Day, so it would have been Tuesday. So even if it would have been a week, right, like Sunday to Monday, 7 days, 8 days, even if it would have been a week, they still did better than that because they got it to me before the holiday weekend. So yeah, unbelievably good service. Super, super pleased with the way things worked out. Now, I do have to say that this is at this point, and it's not quite a one-off, but let's wait and see how they handle the next one, if there is a next one, because you know how that goes. As many people as you can find saying some warranty department treated them like super, super well, you can find an equal number of people saying, no, man, they totally dropped the ball. So right now, I'm impressed. Hopefully this never happens again, but if it does, let's see how they handle it a second time. And we'll go from there. And what was our airport? SCNY is the one we're looking for. Okay, this has got to be that island. So if we go here, and then pivot around, yep. That's that island. And then the next one is we're going to continue. And these little, I don't know, what are these like? Are they volcanoes? What are they? These little sort of pop-up mountains. Whatever they are, they're not tiny. Because we're at it's almost 2,000 feet. And we're right around the edge of, like, not clearing those. So we'll be super, super careful about that. All right. We're going to get our next waypoint. It's also a 251, so we'll just continue straight on. And I decided when we get to our next airport, wherever that is, I will fly a pattern and try to do a proper landing instead of just doing the direct and throwing it in there like it's a video game. We'll do it right. We'll do it right. And let me see, 251, but I want to stay. Now it said this bay, we're going up the river. All right, let's check our notes again. To the other side of the bay, head north. I'm not super clear on that because the bearing that it wants us on is sending us, I wouldn't say straight into this mountain, but like directly over the top of it. And that's not right, is it? Southwest of the bay? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we'll be. Ugh. Yeah, that's making. I wouldn't say it's making me nervous, but we don't have a ton of maneuvering room. And wow, it's super windy here too. I've seen a lot of people saying they're not crazy about the flight dynamics and that it's too video gamey and doesn't feel realistic, but I find it to be just fine. Like I can feel, particularly in small aircraft, I can really feel the wind kind of throwing the plane around. And I think we've got pretty solid headwind right now. All right. So we want to be on 243. Yeah, it's right over the top of this thing. I guess this is the other bay they're talking about, the one in front of us. And then we'll go up the southwest side of that. Unknown. Unknown. I just follow the waypoints. And while I was down for a week, and it was amazing to see how many games patched up and like all the things that happened. This game patched up. I just spent the past several hours trying to get this game just back to the point where it would run again. The patch broke a lot of things. This game has a surprising struggle with inputs and flight sticks and that sort of thing. And that, I mean, I guess that's a big deal for a lot of developers. They really do like struggle with that. It's not just Asobo or Microsoft or however you want to think of it, but a lot of developers really, when it comes to control inputs and configurations and key bindings and that sort of stuff, it's not nothing. And I wonder why that is. It would seem like that's, it's not quite the most important thing, but when you think about playing video games, like that's how you play video games is you use mouse and keyboard or flight stick or gamepad or whatever. And it seems like a lot of developers work to get that, I don't know, sorted out. All right, 299. So we are making our turn up the bay now. And I think because it has Microsoft attached to the name, it just seems like it would be, I don't know, better somehow. Like there's such a big name. But they've got their fair share of disasters. What was it? The Zune? That was their system, their music system, that was to compete with the iPod, back when iPods were a thing, before everybody had MP3s in their phone. It was the Zune, and that was like a hot mess. Bing has never taken off. Nobody uses, it's not Explorer anymore. What's it called? Edge? Nobody uses Microsoft Edge. Everybody's on Chrome, so I don't know, man. For a big name, I guess they have their fair share of struggles. But you would think that they could knock out a video game, like no big deal. I mean, they build an operating system. That's such a massive undertaking. Surely a video game, piece of cake. But apparently not. All right, now this is going to get interesting because this airport, it says it's 5 miles away. So let's drop down a little bit. And it says it is, we got to do this carefully. On the south bank of the river is an airstrip. I can't even see it from this photo. I think this might be it right here, but I'm not entirely sure. And it says it's, yeah, just a couple of miles in front of us. Like right over here. South bank of the river. I don't know. Find out when we get there. But we do need to drop down a little bit so we can see it when we get there. You seeing it? That's not... I mean, we can do that. I don't know. I can't really... From here, I can't spot it. It's only a couple of miles away. But I don't know what exactly it is that we're looking for, whether it's dirt, grass, gravel. I mean, it's not paved. I guess that's it right in front of us. So maybe? Yeah, that's got to be it right there. It says south bank of the river. That's not south. That's like west. All right. I don't want to do this third person. All right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We will fly pattern because I can't see runway. I can't see anything from here. You seeing it? I'm not seeing it. And no, that's something else because we're flying like directly over it. Where is it? It's not there. Oh, that's it right there. Okay. That is... I don't know about that. Let's get some flaps down. I guess that's it right there. So grass strip.
500.
Oh, I don't like this at all. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. There we go. Don't go in the river. Don't go in the river. Oh, no. All right. So what happened was we were pitching sideways. We had no aileron authority, as they say. And so I couldn't get us centered on the runway. All right. Well, you know what? We'll just do it again. Fortunately, it was only a few minutes from one to the other. Oh. All right. So we will need to be going. We'll need to be going a lot slower, and we will need to really hit the piano keys so we can get some brakes going. Okay. Well, you know what? We'll just do it again. Man, this is a slow loading game. All right, here we go. Ready to fly? Yes. Oh, that's nice. All right, so we can turn that off. We can turn that off. We know where we're going now. So let us confirm. We've got flaps. Let us confirm. We've got, oh, you know what? You know what? I wonder if any of that had anything to do with our fuel load, because we're so heavy on the right wing. Interesting. Okay. Brakes off. It's right up here. Everything else is good. Landing lights we don't need. All right, here we go. Let's do it again. All right. Whoa. And we want 251, so we want to be over here. Yeah, I can really feel the wind. I can really feel the wind kind of slapping the plane around, and I did not see a windsock at that airport, so I don't know which way the wind was going. I mean, what we could have done is flown over it a few times just to kind of get a better feel for it. But as soon as I saw like the orientation of the runway, I just went ahead and tried to stuff the landing, and that was probably where we went wrong. I assume that this challenge is going to get more difficult as we head north. So let's see how it all works out. And there's what, 20 of these? 20 different airports? Oh. Here we go. So if we go, yeah, I think this makes the most sense. We can just fly the same track we flew before. And, I mean, we could go in the other way. Now that we know where it is, we could fly in from the other end, come across the water. But it's the other end is water as well, is it not? Yeah. So that might not be the best fix, right? Because the other end is also river. Huh. I don't know. Well, what else can you do? And I'm trying to think what else. So this game, I have not seen a patch for Train Sim World 2 yet, and that's kind of amazing because that game is chock full of bugs. Or maybe it's not surprising at all if the developers have no plan to like address any of those bugs, any of the stuff that carried over from Train Sim World 2020. So if they don't plan on fixing that stuff, then it's the lack of a patch isn't surprising at all. So we'll see what they come up with. And yeah, F1 2020 patched up a while back, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So yeah, we're just getting. I think we're going to get into that slump before before the holidays, which is fine, to be expected. All right, so we want to be on 238. And hang on, while we're doing this, let's take a look at this. So it is there. Yeah, it's river on both ends. There's no like super advantage to approaching from the north or the south. It is river on both ends. So essentially what we need to do is have like minimal airspeed, absolute minimal airspeed. Touchdown absolutely the very end of the runway, get both wheels down as quickly as possible, and then just hammer the brakes. So, and we want to be on 250 now. Yep, I was curious if it was going to get more difficult as we got further north, and the answer seems to be yes. Because I couldn't even see this airport. Or, well, it's not really an airport, it's just a strip, but I couldn't even see the strip till we were almost on it. All right. CNY. Okay. All right. So I'm going to be over here. Yeah, you can definitely feel like coming over some of these ridges or passing over this mountain that we're passing over right now. You can definitely feel the thermals and the wind really bucking the aircraft around. And let's, while we're here, let's take a look up here. So that's 15. Yep, that's a little better. I don't know if you can assign it to do that automatically. There's a lot of things that you can tell the sim to do. I don't know if you can have it handle fuel automatically, but try to remember to do that in a plane this light. All right. So now, if we go right across the bay, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. We'll head across the bay. If we're feeling good about a just direct flight in and land it. If not, then we will try to be a little bit more creative. Flying a pattern in that valley, though, is a little bit weird because the walls are so close. For me, anyway. I mean, maybe with track IR, an experienced pilot would be a little bit different, but for me, that's a little dicey turning in that small valley. All right, so we're at 3,000 feet. We don't need to be. We'll make our turn here. All right. So we want, is it that one? Maybe. All right. Concentrating. Bad. I don't want to stuff it 2 times in a row. That's terrible. Feel bad enough that I did it once. Yeah, I can't see it again. Is it over those trees? Is it right there? Yep.
500.
Try it from this end. I keep saying I'm going to fly pattern and then I don't. Feels a little better. Yeah. Is there a crosswind here that is just getting us every time? All right. All right. Did it give it to us? Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's some crazy crosswind. That was, I guess it would be, let me try to visualize that. That would be west to east, right? Both times it got us. Okay, head along the river. Zoom out over here. Head along the river. Okay, that's this. See a fork heading north through a dense forest. Follow the river as it runs north and bends east to another fork. Is that here? All right. Continue following the river east. Southeast. All right. Northeast. What? Is this the strip? On the southern bank of the river is a grass runway. This has to be it right here. Wow. All right. All right. So we'll turn that off. We'll turn that off. Do it over here. Flaps. How are we doing on fuel? Still good there. Still good there. Turn those off. And how are we looking? Are we oh, we got to turn around. Okay. It set us up exactly where we were last time. So, brakes off. All right. We're going to go back outside and get turned around. Mason B, how you doing? First flight did not end well, but it's you got to do them all in a row. So we got it on the second try, and we're taking off from that same airport. Now, we tried landing in both directions. We tried landing north to south and south to north, and it seems like there's a pretty significant headwind. In this case, it's going to be from our right to left. There's a pretty significant headwind. So I think as soon as the wings load up, it's going to try to kick us to the left. So hopefully we can get through this. All right, we're good. Everything's good. All right, here we go. All right. Get up above these trees. All right, not as bad as I thought. And we need to get turned around now on 357. All right. Man, I couldn't imagine doing this for a living. It would be so stressful. All right. Head along the river. All right. Head along the river, and you should see a fork heading north. Okay. So they want us... follow the river as it runs north and bends east. Huh. All right. So we need to get over this little, yeah, get over this little ridge right here. We should be okay. Yeah, no complaints about the scenery. I've heard a lot of discussion about it and people saying it's terrible and it's it's this or it's that. It's not perfect, but I think it's pretty good. Yeah, take it. I'll take it. All right, so we have got a little bit of altitude to work with, and we want to be on yeah, 359. So we're good, and we want to turn. Okay, I see in front of us. That's where the river turns east. Continue following the river east. Okay, so I think that's us right there. Is where it turns east. Okay. And what's our next note? Gaining altitude as the river starts to bend southeast. River fork heading northeast. Take the northeastern fork. You got it. So there's our river. All right. So new waypoint. This is where it's saying gain some altitude. Yeah, what kind of system you on, Mason B? Like, are you close? You just need a small upgrade, or you need a whole new system? And then, what's it say? Take the fork heading northeast. So that's going to be that one right in front of us, sort of. Yep, that one. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, my settings are on high right now, high not ultra, and we're at low 40s for FPS. If I dropped it, we want to go now over here. If I dropped it to like medium high, we could probably get 60, and I'm on a 1660 Ti card. So, I mean, I've heard, if you look in the discussions, I've heard just about everything. Like, I've heard people with 2080 systems say it's unplayable, and I've heard other people say they're on like an i5 with like a 970 and they're making it work. So I think it's just different systems are going to do okay with it, and others are going to struggle with it. But it sounds like you're pretty close. I hope you get it working. All right, so we've got. I mean, we could stay in this river if we want, but we're starting to get into some significant peaks here. I want to be real careful about this. So we are to take the northeastern fork. All right, and then follow the river northeast and continue along it as it bends northwest. Continue following until the river forks for a final time and take the northern fork leading to a mountain lake. Okay. Man, you can really feel the wind and the updrafts and everything flying through these mountains. You can really feel the wind like moving the plane around. And there's nothing to hit up here, so it's not a big deal or anything, and we got plenty of airspeed, but it's just crazy what a cool feeling it is. And that's without, I don't know if there's any force feedback flight stick. But I'd be curious what it would feel like to have the flight stick like moving in your hand as you're getting thrown around by the wind. I think it'd be very cool. All right, so we got 2 miles to go. 355, and then we're going to turn the northern fork leading to a mountain lake. Okay. That looks like out there to the, what is that, about 2 o'clock? That looks like a mountain lake, I would say. So 352, we're good there. Where are we going next? Head across the lake and onwards toward the shoreline ahead. All right. And once we get straightened out here, let's take a look at fuel. Carefully. Okay, we're still good there. All right. We're staying on the right tank for the moment. Still a little bit, not quite trimmed the way I want to be. All right, so we're flying across the lake. No, we're flying along the lake. Okay. So we're going to cross the lake and then head, what's that, west? Okay. so we're going to fly up this side of the lake. So that's up. Yep, we're flying up this side of the lake. And then our airport is, it looks like, grass strip just to the south of the river. "10 miles out. 9 miles now." Okay. See how we do. Oh no, that's not the airport yet. That's just a waypoint. Okay. I keep calling them airports. It's not really an airport, it's just a grass strip. Our smart view says that it's right on the other side of that ridge right there. Right there. I'm going to try to get down, because we'll be flying up the river, I'm going to try to get down to just a couple thousand feet. Oh, careful. FS19 graphics not doing it for you? I was really disappointed the first time I played FS19. I thought it was going to look like I don't know. I just thought it was going to look a lot better. I was really disappointed. So I think our next waypoint is right at the edge of the lake, right where the river starts or ends, depending on what direction you're coming from. And then our airport is, our grass strip is, looks like maybe 5 or 6 miles up the river. Is that right? Yep, and it's right. Now, the nice thing is we can at least see its orientation because it's right next to the river. So as long as we can see the river, we'll know that the airstrip is alongside it. That'll help out a little bit. Maybe. Maybe. This was a longer trip. It's like super important that we get this next landing, because if not, we need to fly again all the way up this valley. So we'll be super cautious with this one. Man, the crosswind on that last strip that we landed at, the one where we did crash, the crosswind was crazy. I don't know if there's any yeah, agreed. FS19 is definitely for the console players. The crosswind, like in real life, pilots, you can look for stuff. You can look for the way grass is blowing. You can look for, like, if you can see smoke or dust or anything. You know, you can use all those things to see which way the wind is blowing at an airport or an airstrip that doesn't have a visible windsock. I don't know if that level of detail is available in this sim. If we have any way to tell which way the wind is blowing in the absence of a windsock. All right, so this next one will be our airport, I believe. Yep, 5 miles, and it is right along the river. So let's see how this goes. Oh, bad. Don't want to crash again. I mean, I didn't want to crash the first time, but I definitely don't want to crash again, because we would have to fly all the way back here. All right, says it's on a 287, but then it's having us look a little bit to the left for the airport. I don't know how I feel about that. All right, 1,500 feet. Three miles. It says it's right in front of us. It's not right there, is it? Don't see it. Says it is right in front of us. I don't want to go third person. Feels like cheating. All right. Oh, that's it. That's it directly in front of us. All right. All right. This one looks a little bit longer, but it's got trees at the end instead of a river. I mean, it doesn't matter. If you go in the water, if you go in the trees, it still wrecks your airplane. So that doesn't much matter. All right. God, these grass strips are just ridiculous. They're so short. And it looks like there's water at this end of it. Oh, God. All right. Deckers, what's up? All right. Again with the crosswind. Come on now. It just doesn't want to put that other wheel down. God. The stress is real. All right, we got that one. Deckers, what's happening? Cousin plays Flight Sim. Hell yeah. It's a cool game. It is not without flaws. It's not without bugs, but it is a very cool sim. Yeah, I would love to see it if the trees let you know which way the wind was blowing, but I feel like there's not that level of detail yet, and I can't see them that clearly anyway. Okay, so it looks like we're going from here up the side of the lake and then to this little peninsula right here. Okay. Head west. Okay. And what's this airport look like? Fantastic. Paved. We'll fly there and then we'll call it. But next thing we need to do is we need to turn around. And we'll do that very carefully. So, that's off. Brakes off. Yeah, I hear you. Farm Sim is, well, at least Farm Sim 17, it's almost a perfect game. It's really, really amazing, like how immersive that game is for kind of a simple concept. I'm with you. I love Farm Sim. All right, let's get turned around. All right. Get some flaps. Got some flaps. This game is stressing me out, man. It's making me nervous. All right, here we go. All right. And we got to get turned around and get on a 282. You got it. Farm Sim 17, it's probably... Whoa. Hang on for just a second. Let me get out of this little valley. It's probably 1,500 to 2,000 hours. I would say over the past 4 years it's been. Yeah. Because I've got 600 in FS19 and I don't even like it. So there's probably at least twice that much in FS17. Plus I've been playing it for longer. What do you think yours is? What's your total amount of time you've put into that game? That's 283, 283. Slow that down a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. What's a typical session for you? Like when you sit down to sim farm, how long do you post up? Is it an hour? Is it like 3 hours? What's your typical time? Yeah, I'd say about the same. I can't really, like when I first started playing it, I would binge it and sort of get lost in there. You know, you look up and it's like 3 or 4 hours later. But now I typically have like a task or something that I need to get done, like a specific field that I want to work on. And it's an hour or two. Yeah, it's about right. All right, so if we go, oh, I don't have enough hands. I need more hands. So we're gonna fly up here. Okay, that one. All right. Yeah, I love and hate more realistic. It's it's such a cool mod, but it really can make you crazy, like as far as horsepower and mud. And I think that there is something in more realistic where if the fields are wet, you know, you get that little icon. If your crops are wet, you can't harvest. I feel like whatever the value is, like it's either a 0 or a 1, right? If the 1 is showing and you've got wet crops, I feel like more realistic interprets that 1 to mean that you've also got like wet fields, mud, and it seems like the traction with more realistic is just non-existent when your crops are wet, when your fields are wet, which I both love and hate because you can't get anything done, and when your crops are wet and you can't harvest, it's like a great time to do other things, but then you can't even do those other things, which is definitely realistic. I'm sure real farmers have to deal with that in real life. So it's realistic, but at the same time, it's like, come on, man. I just want to play my video game. I just want to get things done. But You can always turn it off if it's that frustrating. I have definitely been frustrated by it. I've seen some YouTubers just about rage quit trying to get more realistic sorted out. All right, and I'm going to very carefully check our fuel here. So we're at 15, and we're at still at 15. Okay. I really thought 19 was going to be, I thought it was going to have seasons built in. I thought it was going to have more realistic built in. I thought a lot of things. I thought there were a lot of things the game was going to have that it ended up not having. Now they're talking about this realistic crop moisture and crop chemistry thing that they're supposed to do with John Deere. I'm curious what that looks like. Because from everything I've seen, they're sort of moving away from realistic farming and getting into more like console gaming. So let's see what they do with that. I'd be willing to explore FS19 again, but at the moment, it just doesn't do it for me. I'm all about 17. Ground response for 19. Yeah, I've got the three. Oh, what are they? Not the soil mods. You know the three I'm talking about. The terrain control mods. I run all three of those, and that seems to help. But I didn't know they were supposed to be native for 19. They should have been native. But what can you do? All right. Now, I'm also curious. I don't know if this is like every time we complete one of these legs, I don't know if it's resetting or if it's going to get dark and we're going to have to fly these at night. That would be 298. Cattle and crops. Oh, cattle and crops. Broke my heart. I wanted so much for that game to be amazing, and I think it could have been, but I think the developers underestimated, miscalculated how difficult it is to build a video game from the ground up, and it took too long, and they went through the money that they raised, and that's not, I'm not mad at them or anything. I think they just realized how difficult it is to build a video game and how long it takes and all the problems that you run into. And every problem that you run into, every delay that stretches it out another month or 2 months or another quarter or another year, you're burning through the money that you raised. And when that money's gone, it's very difficult to ask people for money to help you develop a title, not come through for them, and then ask them for more money. People typically don't respond well to that. But I really want, past tense, I wanted Cattle and Crops to be amazing. I don't know if it will ever even be done. The scenery in this game, I have to say, is really hit or miss. Because where we just were, it looked really good. And now, like flying over this lake, it doesn't look nearly as good. I mean, that's out in the distance, so it could be that it's like some kind of a draw distance threshold. And over here to the left, it's drawing at one resolution, and then over here to the right, it's drawing at another one. But it seems a bit hit or miss, this game. Plus, it's just got a ton of bugs and problems with it that I really was not anticipating. All right, Deckers. Take care, man. See you soon. Thanks, man. I love you guys for stopping by. You're the best. I really do appreciate it. All right, I'm going to check my notes here. And carefully, always carefully. I'm going to check my notes. Just a little distance inland, northeast of the bay, is a road. The road will take you north past another bay, past a lagoon with a small circular island at the center. Okay. So the way that this is set up, you can turn these notes on, and you can also turn this map on. But even with both of those, it's still, like, we're flying to a waypoint. If you look in the center here, try to do this carefully. Like, we're flying to 293 and it's 6 miles away. So it does put a GPS course in there for us. I think this would be so much harder if you actually had to fly with, like, the handwritten notes. Like, just fly around running out of fuel, looking for a bay, looking for an island in a lagoon. I think that'd be awesome. But we're not using the autopilot. I am flying everything manually. Yep, I'm pretty sure we can turn on the autopilot, and it would keep us, straight and level, the whole deal. But I don't know. What fun is that? All right, so we want to be on a 291, and how long we've been going? Hour and 15 minutes. We'll fly to this next airport, and I think we'll call it there. 286, 291, there we go. Yeah, overall, I like this sim, and at the same time, I'm not disappointed. I'm just so surprised at how many problems it has, and how many things are, like, I don't know, just not done, not polished. It's not. If you bought this game for $120, how mad are you right now? It's just for all the little details, all the things that weren't quite done. I don't know. It seems that's been 18 months. I've really noticed it. I would say about the past 18 months. It seems like a lot of games have been delivered really bad, broken, not done, buggy. But developers have the option of sending things out that way and then fixing them later. As long as we keep buying them, they'll keep sending them out that way. All right, I think this might be our lagoon up in front. Maybe? Oh. No, we're supposed to make our turn and head inland a little bit. And that's going to be... Maybe. I don't know. I don't know exactly where I am. Yep, I'm in the United States, Mason B. All right, so we're going to turn at these islands and head west in the UK. Oh, right on. Yep, I don't know how or why it worked out this way, but a big part of my audience is in the UK. So I try to stream about this time in the afternoon so it's not too late for you. All right, and we gotta check fuel again. I need like some kind of an egg timer or something to like remind me to do this. So we're at 15 over there. So we want to swap back to the right tank. There we are. Get back on course here. so I think we are, let's see, ID. Yeah, normally I would say I'll stream in the evening in the US for the US audience, but if I do that, it's like midnight for the UK, so I try to go mid-afternoon. I figure that way it's not too late for you, and hopefully it's not too early for people in the US. Try to kind of, you know what I mean, sneak it in there, right in the middle. I'm still figuring all this stuff out. I have almost no idea what I'm doing. Other people that I see on Twitch and YouTube, other people that do things that I like, I just try to do what they're doing. Try to figure it out. I think one of the best parts of the process is just kind of making it up as you go. You know, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just try to figure things out. It's really fun. It's fun when it works. All right, so we've got 2 miles to go here, and I mean, I can back that out. I just don't know exactly where I am. CCI. Yeah, I think it's got to be that next big one right there. Because the airport that's labeled SCCI, I believe that is the paved strip, and then the other ones like SCAZ and SCDW, I think those are the grass strips. They're not actual airports, but the one with that red marker on it, pink marker, I think that indicates a real airport. So let's swing over here so we pass directly over this one. And then back up the coast. It's not really a coast, it's more like a shoreline. All right. All right, got our next waypoint, 291. So we'll head over this way. That's also 5 miles away. All right. And then if we go here, I don't have trim wheels. I need to get trim wheels. Well, I've got kind of a basic flight stick at the moment, and I need to get trimmers so I can, right, because every time I take my hand off the flight stick to grab the mouse, right, so this is me letting go right there, and the nose just immediately starts to come up. So I would love to get some trimmers. The reason I don't trim, like I can go down here, I can trim there. The problem is then coming back to 0 when I don't want to be on that trim anymore. So ideally, like on DCS, I have it set up so I can 0 my trimmers using voice attack. So I have to set all that, in the P-51 Mustang, I have to set all that rudder for takeoff. But then as soon as I'm in the air, I can 0 it with a voice command. I guess I could do that. You know what? I'll take a look when I'm done. I don't know if anybody's configured voice attack for Flight Sim 2020. Yeah, it's been out for, what, a couple weeks? 3 weeks? Yeah, I bet somebody has. I'll take a look. If there's a voice attack profile, I can get that down. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. Okay. And then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, getting like manual trimmers, rotary trimmers. I would like to get a better flight stick setup. Only problem is I'm out of space. Like my desk, I'll post a picture of it on Discord. My desk is completely packed. There is seriously not a square inch for anything else. So if I got like a big, like the Thrustmaster Warthog setup, I really wouldn't have any place to put it. I could maybe mount it on the arms of my chair. I don't know how I feel about that. But I need to get some trimmers. But I don't know what they would be attached to, and I don't know where I'd put them. You know, I need to get a handbrake for rally. I need to get track IR. I need to get a lot of stuff. I'm working on it. Work in progress. All right, so we're going to make our turn here, and I think at some point we have to go west to get to this airport. All right, 284. Nope, we're still heading north. Okay, this one's kind of a long hop from where we took off to where we're going. This has got to be like 50, 60 miles. All right. So this next one, this is another waypoint. But this is it's maybe. Hang on. So where's this island? Yeah, I seriously don't even know where I am. If we, hang on, what if we back that out? Ah. Okay. So we are not here. We're down here somewhere. Not here, are we? Ah, maybe we are. Okay. That explains a lot. We're like we're like one airport not where I thought we were. So we're in here and we're going to here. Okay. Every time I do that, the plane, like, I wouldn't say it goes out of control, but it definitely, like, it's a little mind of its own. All right. I'm feeling better about that now. So we go here. And then we're going to take a look here. Yep, we are right here. Okay. All right, that explains a lot. So we will now fly up here to SCDW. Okay. All right, it's all making sense. We got a ways to go. We have to go all the way up the side of this lake. I didn't think we had that far to go. And I think we can go another few minutes before we take a look at fuel. We're good for the moment. And you know what I forgot to bring when I sat down to do this? You know what I forgot to bring with me is something to drink. I could probably pause. Nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I could put it on autopilot and just like duck out. That's not really. I'll make it to the airport. How's that? I'll fly to the airport and then I'll grab another cup of coffee. All right. And we're going across. Nope, not that far. We're going. I want the smart view. We're going across here. And then sort of north, mostly north, not quite northwest. right? And then from here, up this way. Yep, right up this little, I don't know, what is this, an inlet? It's still part of the lake, I guess. All right, so up here, all right. So this is, we've done what, like 5 of these so far, and there's, I want to say 20 of them. I'll take a look at the menu on the way out, but I think there's like 20 different stops we have to make all the way up this string of mountains. All right. We're making our turn right about here somewhere. All right, so now they want us on 329. So let's get hauled over here. And it's another waypoint. It's not an airport yet. It's just another waypoint. So 332. Yep. If I passed here, I gotta check fuel again. Nope, not quite that far. So, there. We got there. We're still okay for the moment. We're still balanced. So we're going to be on 331. There's 331. All right, Mason. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Catch up with you next time. That, what's the island we're flying over? Okay, is that's the island. All right, and then in front of us is this is like the mainland. Is that a mainland? Oh, it's a thing. It's a land mass. Because then this is so this is there, and that's well, it's a bigger island, kind of in the like the mouth of the river. Okay. So we're going to fly over this thing. And I don't know what that purple box indicates. I don't know what that's all about. If we go here. Just a little distance inland, northeast of the bay, is a road running north. This road will take you north past another bay. Okay. 335. Let's see how we're doing on fuel. Yeah. 10. Yeah, I think we're okay. For the moment, we're okay. I think we'll be okay to get into this airport as well. And this is a proper airport. I also don't know, can you refuel anywhere? I mean, I know you can call the refuel truck anytime you want. But I don't know, like, if there's limitations in this scenario where, like, those grass strips would have no availability. Like, we would not be able to refuel there, but we could refuel at an airport. Unknown. We'll find out momentarily. Nice little detail if they have it set up that way. All right, and this is, it's almost 8 miles away, and they're calling it a waypoint, and then I believe the only thing left after that is the airport, SCDW, and it looks like, if we go here, it looks like we've got, yeah, we'll figure it out when we get there, but it looks like we got a couple runways to pick from. And we can try to fly it low, try to fly a pattern low and see if we can pick out a windsock and see what the wind is doing. And we can even, hang on, we can also try this. So if we go up here, yep, we cannot have air traffic control. So as far as getting, whoa, FPS drop, as far as getting like, wind speed on the ground, barometer, all that sort of stuff, I think because we're like realistically bush flying, I think this is all we get. Okay. There. And we've got, what are we on, 332? Another 5 miles. All right. There's that. I do like that, whoa, I do like that smart, the smart camera, smart view, smart look, where it's configured to the trigger on my flight stick. Just squeeze the trigger and it points you at like the closest thing that's relevant. That's a nice detail. I mean, you can put it on whatever button you want, but the fact that they have it in the game at all, I think, is a nice detail. All right, 4 miles. So about 2 minutes to the next waypoint, and then from there, I think from there we are into our airport, and it is a proper airport versus grass strip. Okay. Sorry, just experimenting with like all the automatic views. All the ways you can like just kind of bump the camera around using your flight stick and have it go from like the landing camera to the instrument camera to the flight camera, or pilot camera they call it. All right, so on 327. All right, okay, so we're right there. I don't know what this purple box designates, the one that we just flew into. Unknown. And I can't really tell. Let's take a look outside. I can't really tell if it's, yeah, I mean, is that a town? It's not. Doesn't really look like a town. The game has good enough detail that when you fly over any kind of settlement or village or town or city or whatever, like you can actually tell So we got one more waypoint on, looks like 357. All right, 4.5 miles. Yeah, the game is detailed enough that if you're flying over a town or a village, like, you can see that you're flying over a town or a village. There's no question about it. So I'm not sure what that purple box indicates. But whatever it is, we flew into it and we're about to fly out of it. All right, and if that's that purple box, then we are, once we hit this next waypoint, then the next one after that will be the airport. And just, is that, what am I looking at out there? Is that a pagod? Is that a resort? I thought I saw a fancy pool. Oh, too fast, too fast. Maybe we can do it this way. Nope. Too many cameras, too many views. All right, so we want to be on 349, and we are, so we'll hit this next waypoint. And then we will be looking to land. Let's check fuel one more time while we can. So we're right there. Let's go to left tank. That one. All right. So 343, and like so. And now another waypoint. Okay. This has been a long leg. So this will be, yeah, I guess that's fair. I'll take a look in the, when we get to the final menu at the end. Not the end of the entire trip, but when we get to the end of the live stream today, I'll take a look and see how long these legs were. Because I know the first one we flew was only like 9 miles, the first one we flew today. But the ones since then have felt significantly longer. And how long have we been going? Yeah, this will be almost 2 hours. Okay, I'll take it. Alright, so all the way up the coast, and then the airport is up on this little peninsula up here. Is that right? Yep, right out on the end. All right, 2 miles to this next one. And we're, yeah, I mean, looking at the map and looking out there to the side, we're kind of running out of peninsula. There's our airport. Okay. And it's at 342. All right, so let's zoom out a little bit, get some perspective, just like that. It's my favorite view. Right. And once we pass over this one, our next one will be, our next smart camera will be the airport itself, so we can take a look and see where the runways are. All right, here we go. Let's put these on first, like so. Now, I thought this was, because when we look at our notes here, SCDW. I thought this was a proper airport, but it's looking like it's just another couple of dirt strips, which is fine. We can still land there, but yeah, okay, I'm seeing it a little better now. Let's go ahead and try to get into a pattern here of some kind. Well, it is paved, so that's a bonus. Let's see if we can get down here and spot some kind of a windsock and pick a runway. There we go. Oh my goodness. Hang on. Hang on. I don't know if you caught that. Just out of the corner of your eye, the very side of the screen. See if we can see it down here. Windsock is, we want to, okay, so we do want to land this way. All right. So let's get into our pattern here. such as it is. Yep, that is a pretty stiff wind. All right, so this is going to be our upwind leg, turning onto our downwind leg right now. I know that other runway's bigger, but it looks like the wind is, we'd have a horrible crosswind if we tried to put down on that other runway. So this other one is smaller, but it's going to have a nice headwind. All right, here we go. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, but you know, sometimes things don't work out the way you want them to. All right. And we are going so fast. So fast. All right. For once, we did not get bucked around. But yeah, that is so these, oh, it's going to oh, you know what? We can just like fake start the next one. But the way that thing is flopping around, that's a pretty decent headwind. And it would have been a crosswind on the other runway. Beautiful. All right. 56 minutes. Wow. And how many miles was that? We want this one. Next leg. Go back here for a minute. Yes. I'm just curious how long that leg was. Welcome to the slowest loading game of 2020. Let's see where we're at here. I'm going to go here. $87 miles. I think that's the longest one we've done so far. Yep, it is 87. That was the 5th of how many? 14. So we're about a third of the way done. Okay, cool. I'm going to call it right there. Yep, that's 120 minutes. So that's perfect. We'll call it right there. Thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. See you next time. Take care.